In a controlled scientific monitoring process, researchers detected a signal that did not match any known natural or artificial source. The instruments involved were part of a long-term observation program designed to record predictable cosmic activity, not anomalies. Calibration protocols had been followed, environmental interference had been ruled out, and the systems were operating within normal parameters. What immediately drew attention was not the intensity of the signal, but its structure. It appeared ordered, intentional, and internally consistent. This alone placed it outside the category of random noise. The signal emerged, maintained stability for a short window of time, and then disappeared completely, leaving behind only raw data and a growing sense of uncertainty. Under accepted scientific frameworks, signals captured by observation equipment are expected to fall into well-defined classifications. Pulsars emit regular bursts. Solar activity creates recognizable disturbances. Human transmissions carry identifiable modulation patterns. Each category has signatures that allow researchers to quickly label and contextualize what they observe. In this case, none of those frameworks applied. The signal's frequency range did not correspond to known cosmic phenomena. Its modulation did not resemble communication systems. It lacked the chaotic behavior expected from background radiation. Every standard explanation failed at the first level of analysis, forcing researchers to confront something they were not prepared to categorize. As the data was examined more closely, its internal consistency became impossible to ignore. The signal repeated intervals with mathematical precision, showing stability over time that ruled out transient interference. Independent instruments confirmed the same pattern, eliminating the possibility of localized equipment malfunction. Cross-checks between different systems produced identical results.
Despite this verification, the signal could not be traced to any known celestial body, satellite, or terrestrial source. Its origin remained undefined. No follow-up detection occurred, and no similar signal has been conclusively identified since, making this event singular in recorded observations. The implications of accepting the signal as valid created a serious problem. If the phenomenon was natural, existing astrophysical models would need revision, as none could account for its characteristics. If it was artificial, it implied a source beyond known technological capabilities or recorded activity. Both possibilities challenged foundational assumptions. Scientific models depend on predictability and reproducibility. This signal offered neither. It existed once, fully recorded,
Anomaly
fully
detection
verified,
active.
and then
Multiple
vanished.
unresolved signatures
The
detected in
absence of
orbit.
recurrence prevented
Data
controlled
correlation
experimentation,
inconclusive.
leaving only the uncomfortable reality that something had been observed without a framework to contain it. Initial attempts to explain the signal focused on rare or poorly understood phenomena. Researchers tested hypotheses involving exotic cosmic events, unknown particle interactions, and statistical anomalies. Simulations were run to replicate the observed structure under known physical laws. None succeeded. Each explanation collapsed under closer scrutiny, failing to reproduce the signal's stability and pattern. As time passed, active investigation slowed. References to the event were gradually reduced to technical reports and archived documents. What had once been treated as a significant anomaly slowly lost visibility within the scientific conversation. The shift from investigation to silence was subtle but decisive. No official statement declared the signal invalid. No study conclusively dismissed the data. Instead, the event was quietly reclassified as unresolved and set aside. The dataset remained accessible, but no new research initiatives were launched to pursue it. In academic environments driven by funding, peer review, and reproducibility, anomalies without clear paths forward often fade into obscurity. This signal did not disappear because it was explained, but because it resisted explanation. What makes this case notable is not the lack of an answer, but the reaction to that lack. Science advances by confronting contradictions, yet here, a contradiction was documented and then effectively ignored. The signal remained an outlier, incompatible with existing models, and inconvenient for theoretical continuity. Accepting its implications would require admitting gaps in understanding that extend beyond minor adjustments. It would suggest that current detection frameworks may be incomplete, or that entire categories of phenomena remain unaccounted for. This event also raises questions about how scientific knowledge is curated. Not all recorded data receives equal attention. Findings that fit established models are reinforced and expanded. Findings that do not are often deprioritized, especially when they lack immediate application or explanation. The signal exists in a space between error and discovery, acknowledged but not embraced. Its presence challenges the assumption that absence of explanation implies absence of significance. Over time, similar patterns have emerged in other documented anomalies. Signals, observations, and measurements that meet verification standards but fail classification tend to be archived rather than explored. They remain part of the record, yet outside the narrative of progress. This does not imply intentional suppression, but structural limitation. Scientific systems are optimized for solving known problems, not for accommodating events that undermine their own assumptions. This signal was not an isolated curiosity, but a reminder of the boundaries of current understanding. It demonstrates that recorded reality does not always align with accepted theory.
And while this particular event faded into archival silence, it was not unique in nature. Other anomalies exist, verified and unresolved, quietly challenging what is taught as settled knowledge. The question is not whether such events happen, but how many remain unexplored, simply because they do not fit the models designed to explain them.